Welcome to BattleBuddiesRadio. We're talking games, we're talking shit, and hopefully we're talking to you. This week we got Raven, Novi, and me, KC. So we'll get started with Raven. What would you like to talk about this week?
There really wasn't much news going on this week, but there is something that we just mentioned moments before we started streaming, and that's what are your guys' opinion on the future of the Vita? And is it a fail? Is it a fail, or is it a good system with good potential that hasn't gone there?
All right, I have a strong opinion about this because I love the Vita. The Vita is a great system. The DS is like Nintendo, and the Vita is like Sega. No matter how good the Vita is, it's not going to take over Nintendo. They just have a lock on the market. So I don't think it's a total failure, but it's not as successful as they wanted it to be. It's like the Dreamcast. The Dreamcast was a great system with great games, but it wasn't as popular as the other systems out at the time.
Agreed. It had a lot of potential. It still has a lot of potential. It's just it never caught on anywhere in the market because Nintendo is Nintendo, and even when their sales tanked, they still got a lot of first parties. Sony never even really looked like they ever really supported it. Its biggest push was when Persona 4 came out on it. I mean, that's the whole reason why I bought mine. After that, unless you really love JRPGs, there really isn't much of a reason to own it. Except for if you want to play old PlayStation 1 games.
Here's the thing, though. Yeah, you did mention Persona 4, and that's a game I completely forgot about. But right now, there are 3 games that are must-haves that will keep you addicted on the Vita for a long, long time. And like you said, Persona 4. The other one is Soul Sacrifice Delta. Absolutely love that game. Spent so many hours playing that one. And Freedom Wars. Those 3 games are pretty much made it worth me having the Vita. And also the PlayStation Plus games you get for free. By the way, I stupidly bought La Mulana a week before it became free. Downloaded. That game is awesome.
Yeah, I tried playing La Mulana. I didn't really care for it.
It was alright.
It's a Metroidvania, man, so of course I'm gonna love it. Also, Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I was about to say it was a Metroidvania, but I don't think it was a good Metroidvania.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would love for them to come out with on the Vita like one of the older Castlevanias. Like that would be pretty interesting. Symphony of the Night on Vita.
You can play Symphony of the Night on the Vita.
Yeah, I can. All right, I might have to download it then.
It's a PS1 classic.
No, here's the thing. Buy Castlevania Chronicles. That one comes with Castlevania Rondo of Blood,
which is hard as balls. Rondo of Blood is one of the hardest Castlevania games you'll ever play.
Oh, I remember.
And the actual game is the Rondo of Blood, but remade, which is really good. I absolutely love that game. But it comes with Symphony of the Night as well. And that, for a lot of people, is worth it. Of course, it's not going to have the cheesy lines because all the dialogue has been modified.
But, that's like part of the charm is just cheesiness. It's like if you go play Final Fantasy IV and you don't have him calling him a spoony bard. Why? Why not?
You gotta have that.
Those are iconic monologues in that, but when I play Castlevania, I want to take the game seriously, and those cheesy lines kind of get you out of the mood. You know what I mean?
You know what I would love to see on the Vita? I would love to see Sega put a new Valkyrie Chronicles on there. Have either of you played that?
No, but I've heard they are really, really good.
Let's see.
Play 'em.
The original came out for the PS3. The second one came out for the PSP, and they have like 3 or 4 more that only came out in Japan.
Of course.
PSP, by the way.
One thing I would really love to see, that probably won't happen, Tales of Symphonia on the Vita.
Oh
Yeah,
man, that'd be awesome.
I would play that. I love the Tales games. The Tales games are some of my favorite RPGs.
Same. Like, I'm still kicking myself over selling my PlayStation 3 because it was busted right before Tales of Symphonia collection came out.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah. I still want to play that.
The new Tales games is coming out for PS4.
Yeah, but I don't think that has a release date yet, so I can't really say.
Is it Tales Symphonia or is it just another Tales game?
It's both. It's Tales and it's Tales of Symphonia and its sequel.
I thought it had 3 games in it.
No, just 2.
2?
I don't know. A lot of people didn't like the second Tales Symphonia, but I actually kind of liked it. Mainly because Lloyd, I really wasn't a big fan of him.
What is y'all's favorite Tales game?
Abyss.
Abyss? Abyss is good.
I've only played Symphonia 1 and 2.
Okay, my favorite is Tales of Vesperia.
Yeah.
I love that game.
Raven, since you got a 3DS, go to a GameStop and see if you can't find Tales of the Abyss used. It is a very fun game.
I'll take your word for it, because funny enough, you mentioned that I was kind of thinking about getting like an RPG for my 3DS. I was thinking about probably getting what's a game called, a recent one that was on the Wii, but it was transferred over through the 3DS.
Yeah.
I forgot what it's called. God damn it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Casey, Tales of Zestiria is the one you're talking about. It comes out next month.
Okay.
Yeah, on the 20th.
I'll have to pick that up.
Yep. That's
My wallet's getting lighter and lighter and lighter.
Before we move on to the topic, I do want to say, one thing that did kind of kill the Vita was one big IP that was meant for a portable system, which was Monster Hunter. They lost it to Nintendo.
Yeah, that was a death blow. That and I would say, let's see.
Nintendo owning Pokemon kills it too. I mean, if you could have a Pokemon on there, you'd sell systems.
Yeah, that and I remember them really pushing like, oh, you could play FPSs on there. While the Killzone one was pretty decent, Call of Duty Black Ops 2 declassified.
Yeah, but even the Killzone one controls are terrible. I mean, the game plays alright, but it's hard as shit to control your person.
Bet to get used to. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was loads better than FPSs for handhelds have been in a long time since Metroid Prime Hunters.
Which they need to make a new one.
They are, but Federation Force, no.
Oh, that does not exist.
Nah.
Alright, I got a thing. What can Nintendo do to turn their shit around?
Right now, I think they're already doing that with the NX.
I don't think so.
Do you think the NX is going to sell? Do you actually think people are going to buy the NX?
If it is not download only, yes. If it's download only, I don't think it will, at least not here in the United States, because our internet is shit compared to the rest of the world. We're like the worst internet for a first world country, except for Australia. Yeah, because there's still people here in the United States who use dial-up.
Yeah, that's sad. That is so sad.
Let's not forget about our buddy, didn't he?
Didn't he?
Yeah.
Data caps are the devil.
Yeah, anyone that has slow internet or data caps, they can't afford to download everything they want to play. It's just not possible. Now is not the time to do that sort of thing. Maybe 5, 10 years from now, the internet will be better for everyone, but right now is not a good time to do it.
But I do have to say this because Nintendo is Nintendo, and they still think the internet is the same how it was back in 1995. I do not see them coming out with a digital-only console. I don't see that at all. Because, hell, Sony came out with digital-only Vita and digital-only PSP, and, well, Nintendo still has cartridges in their DS.
Yeah, I mean, Nintendo could do something like cartridge-based with just SD cards.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
I honestly do believe that is what it's going to be. It's also going to mean that their games are going to be jumping up from $40 to $60 now, but oh well. Because that was also like another perk was their games were actually cheaper. Theirs were like usually about $10 cheaper for day one launch.
Yeah,
Smash
so
Brothers
I
when
guess
it
it's
came out was $50.
right. So I guess it's safe to say that there's not going to be any backwards compatibility. But if that's the case, I hope they at least have the full library of the Wii U on the NX because I do want to play Bayonetta 2 and I want to play Smash Bros.
Yes, definitely. Honestly, when they come out with NX, if there isn't a port, if not a brand new Smash Brothers game for it, at least in the first year, that's going to hurt.
Oh, you might have the new Zelda game for it.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
that's already going to be a given because that's what happened with the Wii. Was a Zelda game was going to be launched for GameCube, but then they're like, "Oh, we're going to have the Wii, so delay Twilight Princess for a little while, and it come out as a launch title."
Yeah, they're
I
doing the same
guarantee
thing.
you they're going to do the same thing.
I think
Little white-
I think they're saving Metroid for NX too. I think when they announce the NX, they're going to announce a Metroid game with it.
If that is the case, day one buy from me
Mhm.
because I want Metroid back. I really do. It's been so long.
You're talking about all the way back to Metro Prime 3, right?
Yes, that was the last Metroid game, and that's been I want to say about 7 years now.
That was around the time, like a year before Smash Bros. Came out for the Wii.
Yeah, Metroid Prime 3. What was it? When did it come out? 2007, so 8 years.
I'm so proud of you that you didn't count Other M on that.
No. Other M. Good gameplay. Massacred the character. And that's all I will say about it without feeling badly.
But I mean, you're
That's
getting
cool.
Federation Force this year, aren't you?
No,
That is
Casey.
not a Metroid game.
Ooh.
Was that a Red Bull you're drinking?
No, that's a Pepsi. I don't drink Red Bulls.
Kind of looked like a Red Bull. Thought you were joining the corporate greed right there.
Mm.
Speaking about Destiny, have any of y'all played the new maps and the new modes?
Yes. I disagree with you, KC. I honestly only ran into one golden gun in the entire time I did Mayhem.
Oh, wow.
Only one.
Yeah, I was getting crushed by him.
Yeah. Now, everybody and their dog was doing Blade Dancer, but, Striker Titan, fist everybody.
See,
Sometimes.
when I was playing it, there was no Blade Dancers. No one was using Blade Dancer because every time they started the Blade Dancer, they would either get Nova Bomb or Titan Smash, and they wouldn't kill anyone.
See, I was with a bunch of Warlocks and a bunch of Blade Dancers, but every Warlock was a Sun Singer, so they just basically made every time you died, they just popped back up, so always have to kill them twice. And every single hunter was apparently thinking they were a goddamn ninja because they spent more time in Blade Dance than anything else.
Because go ahead, Raven.
That's hilarious. A full team of Blade Dancers and Sun Singers.
Yeah, in freaking Mayhem.
Because
I was a happy Sun Titan.
The advantage of Golden Gun and Mayhem is huge because you don't have to be nowhere near your guy to kill him. Like, you have such a big advantage compared to everybody else.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I just ran into people who had never went into Mayhem before and just figured, oh well. But it was a lot of fun.
The people I played with that were using Blade Dancer, they switched halfway through the map.
None of them did it in mine. Like, I only got killed by Gunslinger maybe 4 or 5 times in like 6 matches.
I'm going to stay away from that game because I play as the Blade Dancer. Look, I'm not worried about the Nova Bomb because then I can easily avoid it because, go ahead, hate me, I use Blink. Striker Titans, though, they're always a huge pain.
Raven, speaking of Blink, did you happen to see the new exotic armors on the Destiny website?
I'm going to love this.
There's a Warlock helmet that buffs Blink.
Oh, really?
Yes.
How does it do that?
They can blink further, and it lowers the cooldown on Blink.
Oh, man, I'm going to have so much fun with that.
But it's Warlock only.
It's okay, man. You know, I was planning to make a Warlock mainly. Of course, I was going to use it mainly for Obsidian Knight and Bad Juju, but that I could have fun with.
I'm like, yeah, you go to nerf Blink, and then give an item that makes the nerfs completely meaningless.
Yep.
Oh, that's going to be depending on the person playing, though, because there's already... Warlocks have the best exotic piece of armor, and...
Look, go ahead. Go ahead. You can finish.
Oh, yeah, like... Warlocks have, like, the better exotic armors. That's not really going to matter all too much to the people using that. I, for one, am going to absolutely love having that exotic piece, but so many others are going to be like, nah.
Bungie is on Warlock's dick. Plain and simple.
I will say this, though.
How is the Warlock the only one that gets a 180 class armor piece, and everyone else is stuck with a 160? How do they think that is alright? That's like, we favor this character, so fuck everyone else.
It's Deej, man. He's a Warlock.
Honestly, I do think it's just because Deej. But, quite honestly, though, like, a lot of them that are coming out are pretty nice. Like, there's a chest piece for Hunters, which is basically, do you like blade dancing? Well, here's a thing that makes you almost impossible to kill while you're a blade dancer.
Please explain. I want to hear this.
Let me pull it up, because... Yeah, let me grab it up real quick.
Because I may finally find something that'll substitute my Mask of the Third Man.
It's essentially a chest piece that looks like the Arachnid helmet, just strapped to your chest. Yeah, Destiny, give me the freaking forum. Yeah. 1 second. But I do know it's aimed definitely for Blade Dancers because one of the perks is increased armor just for having the Blade Dancer subclass.
Oh, that'd be actually quite interesting. You know, because as of late, people have already found a way to counter the Blade Dancers so easily that it's kind of made me hard to get consistent kills.
ATS8 Tarantella. Come on, load up, because apparently internet is decided it's going to be slow. Or it could just be because Bungie site. Yes, Tarantella. Take reduced arc damage from minions of darkness, arc grenades, and arc blade regenerates faster. Reduces arc burn damage from coming, increased armor when using an arc-based subclass. And then, like, random perks, which is essentially the weapon thing. It's essentially the RAM for Blade Dancers.
Oh, alright.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I just got an email from Bungie earlier today, talking about the new Titan helmet. It's the Imperium Bellicose. This one right here.
Yeah.
What's it do?
It gives us, when we aim in the air, it causes us to float. Like, it gives us that
Oh, that's fucking lame.
I will say this, though. That's not the helmet on Titans that I like. I like the one which is essentially Ruin Wing's helmet. Let me find it real quick. What's its name? Yes.
Is that only when you're firing or when you're aiming? Because I could see that being used in sniper Titans.
It is only when you're aiming. Yes, the Taikanaut. It looks like a friggin' old school space helmet. Like, let me get its perk up real quick. But it's essentially Ruin Wings. Alright, here is what it is. Air traffic control. All rocket launchers gain tracking, radar remains visible while zooming with heavy weapons, and heavy ammo drops increase while using a rocket launcher.
Oh, that's awesome.
So,
That's
you like rocket launchers? Use this helmet. And, yeah, and Titans also get a chest piece which gives us an evade while in midair.
We need something that gives us fucking blink. Because everyone else has got fucking blink.
Yeah, they're not giving us blink, but they're giving us a in-air dodge with a chest piece. So, could be good, could be bad.
It's kind of weird for a Titan to have that because they're supposed to be like the tanky, slow characters. They are not supposed to be maneuverable.
Which is quite ironic considering we're the fastest in the air of any of the three classes anyways.
I wouldn't mind it if Titans didn't have blink, but then don't let the Warlocks have blink. Let the fucking one guy have it and not the other. If you give two guys one thing and then leave the other guy out, it's like, why are you leaving the other guy out? It's not fair.
Hey, do Stormcrawlers have blink?
Nope. Only Voidwalkers and Blade Dancers.
The two classes I plan on playing.
Because you are a cheating sumbitch.
Hey,
I bet you blink shotgun.
I'm moving away from shotgun and moving to sidearms.
All I know is, if a weapon guy ever throws out more sniper rifles with get PvP kills with this weapon, I'm just not going to do them anymore.
See, I had no problem with the sniper rifle. The fusion rifle I have no kills with. Can't get one. Can't
Fusion rifle,
buy a kill.
Fusion rifle, I had no problems. Sniper rifle, 50 matches before I managed to get those kills. 50.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I got them in like the first 3.
I've
But I
only
have
played
58 kills. I have 0 kills with the fusion rifle. Not one. It charges so fucking slow, and then you shoot someone with it, and it doesn't even hurt them that much.
Learn to pre-charge.
I don't have pre-ejaculation issues. You gotta load and go.
You know, we could cheat the system by the three of us going to Rumble and just let the other guy kill each other.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Point. But I'm pretty sure that some... No, wait, this is Bungie we're talking about. They won't fix that. But then again, they fixed the loot cave and nothing else. So...
You know, now that we have incentive to kill with a variety of weapons, they'll probably find a way to fix that somehow.
Yeah. All I know is the new modes are pretty fun. I love Rift to death. Rift is awesome.
I still haven't played Rift or the other one. I did play on the new maps, and they're pretty fun.
Yeah, I like all the new maps. All the new maps are good. I actually like Mayhem better than Rift. I'm not a big fan of Rift.
See, I love Rift, but I wish it was more objective-based. Where I wish it wasn't where kills didn't give you points at all. I wanted your objective map.
See, that's not my problem. I wish there was more than one ball. It's like I don't like map modes or game modes where there's just one area you're at, and that you fight over one area. That ruins the whole purpose of how I play. I don't like being gathered in one spot.
You know what I thought was going to happen was it was going to be like Rift Ball, where one or what's that bomb and what's that game mode on Halo where where you have to carry the bomb into the enemy base?
Oh, I know the one you're talking about. I think that's just called. I think that's just called Bomb Run. I'm not too sure.
I thought that's what it was going to be like, where there's going to be an orb on each side of the map, and you just have to carry it to the enemy team.
See, I would have liked that better because then you could choose which way you're going to go. But the orb's in the middle, and there's only really one way you can go to get there.
Yes, when I saw the gameplay of from Planet Destiny, I saw that as kind of like a big flaw, where everybody's just going to be camping that one spot.
Yeah, that's how it plays too.
That is kind of how it plays, but then again, I will say this: it actually makes a lot of the area denial stuff a lot more important. Like, no one's really using fusion grenades or axiom bolts.
Now, pulse everywhere.
Pulses, vortexes, that one, the swarm grenade for gunslingers. I actually saw that a lot, just because you're wanting to make it to where that guy with the orb isn't going to go running that way because he doesn't want to die.
All you have to do is just take up your super for the orb to spawn.
The thing is, if you got the orb, you can't use your super.
Yeah, you can't use it. You can't really do anything.
Oh, I mean, right when it's about to spawn, use your super, kill everybody around you, and just make a safe run to the enemy base.
Yeah, but no, most times you have like 4 people staying back and just shooting where the orb is, and then 1 or 2 guys going for the orb.
Yeah, it's a standoff until it's a lot like where basketball, where everyone's just crowded around it, waiting for that thing to go up in the air, and then they break for it. There's no one just... If you're next to the thing while it's charging, you're dead. You will die because 50 people will shoot you from all across the map. Because it's like right in the middle of the open.
This mode just makes me want there to be a Griff Ball in Destiny.
Griff Ball would be fun. I just want a regular capture the flag. I want old school capture the flag.
I do want to see that new territory game mode that they're going to have.
The new control mode, the way control should have been from the beginning, not just another Slayer. Nah. But honestly, a lot of fun. Also loving the new Ghost voice because it's pretty good.
You really? I'm not a big fan of the new Ghost voice.
Play through the story with a new character, it actually grows on you because he is a lot more emotive.
Yes,
but I will say this, a couple of lines he does butcher, like, "We've woken the hive!" Dinklage gave a lot better because his actually sounds worried. Our Ghost sounds like, "Oh, you woke the hive. Go poke it with a stick. Poke it. Just
see the problem I have with the Ghost is he's too fucking jolly, and he sounds like a pubescent teenager that balls haven't grown any hair on him yet.
What can you expect, man? He's
so you want to go back? So you want to go back to Dinklebottle that shows no emotion, where all he wants to do is learn how to do kung fu. I hope you understand it. I hope you get that reference.
Come on, give No Land Beyond a chance. Nah.
Nice.
Quite honestly, though, I mean, the old lines he says are kind of meh, but the new lines that they added in, like just sound randomly in the story and everything, are good. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, when we get the new story stuff in a week, that's going to be a lot better, because I'm pretty sure most of those lines he's having to redo were written with Peter Dinklage in mind to give it, because they were probably written for somebody who's going to be sarcastic and not cheerful.
Yeah.
And now Nolan's here, who's going to be a very more cheery, very more upbeat person. So some of those lines that are kind of meh now, like later on in the story, he's going to have lines written for that frame of character in mind, and it's going to seem better. Like, we essentially got Cade 6. Actually, no, we essentially Yeah, we got Garrus as a follower in our Ghost now. Before, it was essentially, what was his name?
Caden, fucking idiot.
Now, I'm trying to think of, what was his name? Yeah, it was exactly like, we got Caden first half, now we got Garrus.
Yep. Yeah, Caden was one of the most lamest fucking characters in that game.
He died in my playthrough.
Oh, mine too. You gonna save the girl or you gonna save Caden? You're not saving Caden.
Is that? Yeah, I hate Ashley, but
Yeah,
she
Ashley was a bitch.
Character. She at least had personality. Caden was blank wall.
Yeah, that's true. Speaking of that, do you think they're going to come out with the Mass Effect trilogy for PS4?
Doubt it.
No, I honestly.
You don't think before Andromeda drops that it would be smart for them to do that?
I think what they'll do is this. I think before Andromeda drops, that they'll come out with what they did for Inquisition, like some kind of web-based game, and then like how the Tapestries for Inquisition was, they'll come out with that. It's like, all right, you played Mass Effect 3, like you played through all the Mass Effects. We got your story saved on our servers, but just in case you want to tweak a little things beforehand, because none of this is going to matter once Andromeda hits, because different galaxy. But quite honestly, I do not see them moving it to the next-gen consoles. I would love for them to, but I don't see them doing it.
So would you replay them if they did release them? Would you spend all that time again replaying them games?
Yes.
Even though the ending was so lackluster?
Mass Effect
would, because I never played them.
Yeah. Mass Effect to this day remains one of my 5 favorite, like, of all time game series.
Which one's your favorite? 1, 2, or 3?
2.
You like 2? See, I wasn't a fan of 2. I liked 1 the best.
1 had the better, like, exploration, but 2, in my opinion, had the better story, the better cohesion, the better character dynamics. 3 was also really, really good. It's just the ending was, well, shit. But I don't consider that, like, everything's ruined forever!
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Yeah, it's like freaking Evangelion. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Last 2 episodes, confusing and not near as good as a thing, so you just ignore them.
Are either of you going to pick up the Uncharted collection when it comes out?
Don't think so.
No, you don't like the Uncharted games?
It's not that I don't like them, it's just that I don't have an interest in it.
Honestly, the only Uncharted game I played was the one for the Vita.
That's a definite buy for me. I'm definitely picking up the Uncharted collection. Uncharted games are so good.
I would rent it, but I ain't gonna buy it.
Did you play Tomb Raider at all?
Nope.
Some of them. But
No, the remake. The remake they made. The new one.
No.
That was really good too, but I mean, because they're kind of similar in the way they play.
Well, here's my thing. When it comes to the games that I'm interested in, they have to have like some form of sci-fi or fantasy or a mixture of both.
Okay.
That's... I don't know, I mean... I'll get the adventure thing, it's just the only one Uncharted game I played was the one for the Vita, and it seems like these are all interconnected. I don't like jumping into a series in a midpoint. That's the reason why, while I like The Witcher, I was never really involved with the story because I don't know how the first 2 came out, and I always feel like I'm missing something.
Well, that's why if you get the collection, you can play 1, 2, and 3 before 4 comes out.
I've heard mixed reviews of the other 2. The third one, everybody said, is excellent.
The first one is great. The second one, I think, is the best. And the third one is just as good. The first one is definitely the weakest of all of them. That's just because it was first. Everything the first one did, the second one did better. And then the third one didn't have as many tweaks because it was just played off the second one. But they're all great games.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I do plan on getting The Witcher on Black Friday because I'm pretty sure it's going to be on sale then.
It should be by then.
Yeah, that long, it should definitely be on sale. Fun game. You will lose a lot of time to it. It's just, if you're like me, who's very involved with story in those kind of games, you're always going to have that nagging feeling that you are missing out in something. And to
Look,
me, I hate that.
I'm the one guy that played Skyrim, and as soon as a new quest shows up, I have to complete it and just.
You're never
go
going to
back.
finish Witcher.
You will never
gonna
finish Witcher. You will not get out of the first area.
That's why, like a new mission shows up, I have to do it.
Yeah, you will never finish Witcher.
No, you will. You'll be there 300 hours in, like, why am I not in Novigrad yet? Why? Why?
Was afraid of that. You guys played Infamous, right?
Yep.
I would not move into the next area until I've collected every single shard in that one area.
Yeah, I was the same way with Infamous, but with Infamous it's a little bit easier. With Witcher, Witcher's like 100 times what Infamous is.
No, but I'm like that in every single game. Like, every time I go into a Monster Hunter quest, I have to go to every single mining area that I see. I have to mine it. Every single herb area that I could grab, I just collect it. Everything I see, I have to have.
I know how you feel. I'm like that right now because I need my Himitar armor and those bugs are not fucking dropping. Every single bug area. Why are you not getting me the adamant bugs? Why?
If you would let me play with you, I could help you and make the experience a lot more enjoyable.
Yeah, I'll be out of town this weekend, but my days off for Tuesday and Wednesday I'll be busy blowing up.
May plays them games too. He said he wants to play with y'all.
Yeah, I saw the message that he gave me, but unfortunately at that time I was passed out.
Not only that, but Tuesday and Wednesday we're also going to be fending off the Taken.
Yep.
Did y'all hear about the Fallout 4 news? The $30 DLC, the $30 season pass?
Yes.
No, I'll take your word. I did hear from you, and I'll take your word from it. It may be good, but I'll have to see what they have first.
I like that it's $30, which is a lot better than a lot of season passes have been. Like fucking Ubisoft. I'm sorry, your season passes are not worth another $60. But the one thing I don't like about this is it's not a guaranteed amount. It's just everything we come out with will be in this season pass for the life of the game.
Yeah, normally I don't like that either, but Bethesda has a great track record on this because they come out with great DLC for all their games. Oblivion, Skyrim, Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas. Well, they didn't really make New Vegas, but all their games usually have really good DLC.
True, that's the main reason why I'm going to get this season pass. It's just I'm one of these guys who I like to know exactly what I'm buying, and this is just you'll get everything, but you can't give me at least a number. Like, I'm not asking for a definitive this will be it, but I would at least like a number attached to it. Like, oh yes, we know for sure that you'll be getting at least 2 or at least 3. But they didn't even give us that. It's just everything. But I do like, though, that mods are coming to PS4, just not right away.
That is nice. I don't mind that either because that game's going to take so long, and there's going to be so much to do in that game. It's like you don't need mods right away.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, exactly. Like mods are supposed to be like an end game thing when you're pretty much done everything in the actual game that was in it. Like
pretty much.
I very much doubt that someone would jump into Skyrim and immediately install the mods without even playing the vanilla version.
I will say this: there are people who did that in Skyrim. Like, I know for a fact, like, one of the most downloaded mods in Skyrim is essentially it turns it into Morrowind. And that's all
really?
it does. It replaces Skyrim with Morrowind.
Well, that's a cool mod.
Oh, it's a freaking huge mod, and it's in my opinion, it's very well done. But can't you just play Morrowind with some graphics mods at this point?
Yeah, it still wouldn't look as good. I mean, you got to graphics mod the shit out of fucking Morrowind.
Well, that's what a lot of people do. Have you seen some of the graphics mods for Oblivion? They make Crisis 3 look bad. Like, that's one thing I will say about the modding scene for Bethesda games is they make beautiful mods, like really, really good. And
Yes,
I'm
they
glad
do.
that I'm going to be seeing some of them on PS4. It's just, I want to know how long I'm going to be waiting.
Yeah,
Because,
it
I
would be
mean,
nice to know.
Like, here's the thing: Microsoft is probably going to want to get back at Sony for the whole Destiny thing, so expect to get those mods a year later.
that was essentially what happened with Skyrim for PS3. We
Well,
waited 9 months for the first DLC after Xbox and computer got it because Bethesda didn't know how to code for PS3.
yes, that's what it was. But isn't it like the PS4 easier to code now?
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
because it's essentially the same hardware as Xbox.
Yeah, so it's just a big deal that they're doing right now. The only reason why the PS3 didn't get the Skyrim DLCs sooner was just
Hmm.
because it was the coding for the PS3 was a lot harder to figure out.
Yeah, freaking
Now,
separator RAMs. That was bad.
yeah, but now it's just Microsoft throwing their money at Bethesda, telling them to get us the mods first.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't mind waiting because I'm not really a big mod guy, but I would like to play around with it, especially if there's, and I'm sorry, a child killing mod. If there's some very annoying children in this one again.
Yeah.
Because I remember those little bastards in the right run.
I'm sorry, I can't do that. Like, there's things I cannot kill in video games. I cannot kill pets, and I cannot kill children.
Well,
I
I was playing an evil guy. I waited and joined Dark Brotherhood as soon as I could.
nah. I wouldn't kill. I wouldn't kill pets, but I'd kill the shit out of some kids. Little fucking bastards.
We're horrible people.
I can't do it. I'll kill the parents of the kid, though. I'll do that, but not the kid.
As far as I know, that little girl in Whiterun didn't have parents.
Like the town of Dave. Remember the town of Dave from Fallout 3?
That was creepy. That was fucking
Yes.
creepy. Why couldn't I have nuked that town? Well, not that town of the kids, but the town of Raiders right outside of it. I would have liked to nuke that rather than Megaton. Nuke that, kill all the Raiders, turn all the children into ghouls, and cause a midget apocalypse.
All right. So what games have y'all been playing this week?
Oh, we're not talking about the national thing?
Yeah. Oh, but before we get into that, do either of you two watch esports at all?
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, in which case, y'all guys kind of missed some wonderful drama. This Paradise. It was
You broke up. You broke up. Start over.
Yeah. This event called Gaming Paradise went on in Europe. Essentially, it was supposed to be a landmark Dota 2 and Counter-Strike event because it was crowdfunded. However, well, first off, it had a $50,000 prize pool for the Dota 2 players, which brought out Complexity, Team Secret, very high-profile teams. And Counter-Strike also brought up a $50,000 prize tool for teams as well. However, it was DashCon levels of failure. First off, the tournament PCs that was going to be there didn't show up until 10 hours after the event started.
Yeah.
So they couldn't play. Top that off, the computers that arrived, none of them have graphics cards in them.
What?
Yeah, none of them. So then they had to rush around and get graphics cards for this. So because of this whole kerfluffle, they ended up canceling the Dota 2 part. So it just went from that to Counter-Strike. And then one of the top teams for Counter-Strike fell ill. Not like, oh, they're getting sick. I mean, like, they were hospitalized ill. So that was very bad. And then, because of Gaming Paradise didn't pay the place that they were doing the thing at, they didn't pay the venue fee for the hotels or anything, some of these team members actually got their passports taken away from them, so they couldn't leave the country.
What?
That sucks.
So they were detained because basically this crowdfunding event that was going to give them prize pools and stuff, they're like, oh, we're not going to pay for them. We already spent the money. So everything that was basically like they stuck more bills onto the teams that already spent a lot of money getting these guys to Europe for this, and then essentially got arrested because of skipping out for a bill that they didn't even know they were supposed to pay.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So this, wow. It was bad.
Well, speaking about that, did you hear about the Kickstarter people that got sued in Washington State?
No.
And then they lost. Yeah, yeah. One of the Kickstarters didn't live up to their suit. Didn't live up to what they were saying, and the Washington government. Okay, it says back in October 2012, Nash raised $25,146 from 810 backers, including at least 31 from Washington, for a playing card game called Asylum, designed by a Siberian artist and managed by Nash. The campaign exceeded its fundraiser goal of $15,000, meaning Nash was legally responsible for sending every backer the products they paid for. But as the estimated delivery date of December 2012 passed, customers never received their products. So the 31 people from Washington State have civil suit against them, and I guess they won it. And that company has to pay them money and do a whole bunch of other stuff.
I'm going to say this. I'm fucking glad, because this sets precedent. People who make these fake Kickstarters that are just scams, now they got to be scared, because there's precedent. If you don't live up to what you say, you're going to get your ass sued now.
Yeah, I'm glad for that.
Yeah, but every state needs to do it, not just Washington State. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but still, it's like we were waiting for one of these things to happen. I'm glad that it's going to happen, because now we'll actually see Kickstarters actually live up to what they were. Now this might light a fire under the people who are doing Mighty Number 9, get a fire under their ass so they can actually release the damn game.
It's not gonna happen. I just hope Bloodstain doesn't fall into that, please. I want the game to come out.
Bloodstain looks so good.
No, I have no doubt he's going to come out with the thing. I just wish it had more content, because it looks like it's going to be kind of light on the thing. That, and also I don't like the whole, if you didn't back it, you're not going to get one boss. I don't like that. I want the complete stuff.
You'll be able to get it. He'll release it as a DLC later on.
We're talking about Bloodstain or Mighty Number 9?
Bloodstain. He had a backer boss that if you backed, you can fight him.
Please don't let it be Legion or Beelzebub. Those were like the most coolest bosses in the Castlevanias.
Honestly, nah. Let's put it this way. He's going to put in Legion as a main one. He's going to put in Death as a main one. He's going to put in Dracula as a main one. Medusa as a main one.
You think so? I don't think any of them are going to be in the game.
I don't think it's going to be them, but it's going to be fights that are essentially them. Like, just because of how iconic they are, and since this is essentially the spiritual successor, there's going to be analogs. And I'm going to be severely disappointed if there isn't a death fight. I really am.
Yeah.
Legion.
They're some of the best fights.
Legion has always been my favorite monster because how creepy it is.
Well, yeah, but Legion was also like, just because of how weird it is too. I mean, every other thing was a giant monster. No, here's just this big ball of bodies. Just smack it. It's no threat to you. It never really hurts you. I don't think I've ever took damage in it.
Have you ever... I know people... It's got very low scores, but I absolutely love the game. Castlevania... what's... Curse of Darkness? It's one for the PS2.
Never played that one.
Me neither.
That game had the Legion as a secret boss, and that boss fight was so fucking hard, man.
What is each of y'all's favorite Castlevania game?
Mine is Arrow.
I'm probably going to get a lot of shit for this, but I really loved Portrait of Ruin.
Oh, I love that game, man.
My favorite one is Simon's Quest.
Ooh.
Fucking hipster.
Look, motherfucker.
Hipster. You hipster bastard.
Look,
shave off that beard. You're going to get your ass a fedora. Get yourself a trench coat.
Simon's Quest was the second Castlevania game I played, and I thought it was better than the first one in every way.
I think we're all going to be considered hipsters because we did not say Symphony of the Night.
I mean, Symphony of the Night's fine. It's just, I grew up playing Castlevania 1, 2, and 3. So they have the most, to me. You know, I was a kid when they came out.
Alright, I get that.
Casey, it's cool that you said that, but of all of the classic Castlevania games, I would probably play with the first one or Super Castlevania 4.
Oh yeah, Super Castlevania 4 is second on my list. That's one of the best games ever.
Super Castlevania 4 was good. I will say this, I didn't like the original Castlevania just because the controls were jank.
Oh, dude. You know how in that game, where for every playthrough, it would get like a little bit harder?
Yeah.
Well, I was playing that game on the Wii, and you know how that game has kind of save states, or like you turn the game off and it'll save from the last time you played.
Yeah.
I was able to go through that game for like 5 times in a row.
Dang.
I will say, I think Super Castlevania 4 is probably the best Castlevania, but Simon's Quest is still my favorite.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
And then the one for Genesis was really good too. Did either of y'all play the Genesis one?
I played a little bit of it.
I didn't have a Genesis.
The Genesis one was really good. It wasn't as good as Super Castlevania, but it was up there.
I wish I had a Genesis because it sounds like there was a lot of awesome games for it. It's just, I was back in my big Nintendo fanboy fan.
You missed so much, man. Vector Man, man. I absolutely love that game.
Mutant Football League, man. Mutant Football League was so good.
Well, my ex-stepbrother had a Sega, so I got to play Vector Man.
Sweet. What'd you think of it?
Vector Man was awesome. It was awesome. I wish that had sequels. I really do. Like, quite honestly, Kickstarter. Oh yeah, we're going back to Kickstarter. I want to see some series come back. I want to see Vector Man. I want to see Primal Rage because I want a fighter with big ass dinosaurs chewing each other's faces off.
Primal Rage sucked.
Oh,
Go to hell! Go to hell, you Casey!
Primal Rage was hot garbage.
You have no childhood. You have no soul.
It was. It was not a good fighting game.
Dude, look, I went to Kamikaze 2 years ago where they had like a few arcade stands. They had Primal Rage. Everybody was playing that one arcade booth.
Quite honestly, that is still popular. Like, I still see fighting game cabinets with that. Like, I don't understand why whoever owns it isn't using that property. It is extremely popular.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of games that have just lost out that shouldn't have.
Yeah, I would love to see another Metal Slug game.
Fucking right. If they're not gonna make a proper Contra, bring back Metal Slug.
I don't see Konami ever bringing back Contra unless it's going to be pull a lever. But
it's going to be an erotic violence pachinko machine.
Yep.
Fucking Japan.
With alien tentacles.
God damn it! Is it bad that I can see that?
Oh, they're going to do it. They're going to. I mean, that's all they're going to do from now on is make pachinko machines and exercise machines. They're done with video games.
Don't call them exercise machines. No one's using them for exercise. Oh, man. Konami, what the hell happened to you?
They need to sell off their fucking games. They need to sell them off. They need to sell off all their franchises. So that way someone could do something with them.
Never going to happen as long as they can still make pachinko machines.
Because they also own who other IPs do they own?
Rocket Knight Adventure. I love that game series.
Konami.
Yeah, Konami owns someone else's IPs.
They own quite a bit.
No, it was like a whole other company that had made like Nintendo games and.
Oh, I know. It's like I'm trying to remember because they bought out a lot of smaller companies.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember.
I can look it up right now.
Yeah, I'm looking it up. Yeah.
Anyways, while we look this up, what do you guys think of Nintendo giving the ban hair to people that are using ROM hacks for speedruns?
As I said before, they're still back in the 90s era of internet. They don't understand what they're doing. It's stupid, but Nintendo is gonna be fucking Nintendo. Yes, they own Contra, they own Frogger, they own Gradius.
Hudson Soft. They own all of Hudson Soft's IPs.
Really?
Yes.
I've heard of that. They need to make Milon Secret Castle too, then.
I have that for Nintendo. Milon Secret Castle is a fucking hard-ass game to play. Bomberman is a Hudson Soft game.
Let's see. Well, you know, this one... Oh, ouch. This one, I actually hurt them if they decide not to do it. Because they own DDR.
Yeah, that's always... They haven't done anything with it, have they?
Nah, not for a good while.
It's just a Guitar Hero. That's kind of weird because every time I go to Anime Expo, there's no way for you to play that because it's always being used.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Adventure Island. That was a great game.
Oh yeah, Adventure Island.
Man.
But Konami's dead. They're a terrible company. They should just
Why
stop.
couldn't they have gone out like THQ? Just like disappear.
I just thought about this. Make a Smash Bros. Games with all of Konami's IPs. That'd be fucking awesome.
That would be it. Quite honestly, like I could see that happening with just Metal Gear characters, just all the bosses and Snake.
Well, with Castlevania, all the characters they have in that series.
Yeah, that too.
Arman, Contra.
Yeah, that'd be
Rocket Knight.
interesting. That would be interesting, but knowing Konami, they'd make it play like Street Fighter. They'd make all the characters be DLC, $15 a fighter. Then all the super moves will be another $5, and they'd sell the game at $100 a pop because fuck you, they're Konami.
I'm ashamed to say this, but if they do end up making that, I'll probably end up buying all the Castlevania DLC simply because I'm such a Castlevania fanboy. I'm sorry, I know I said I'm against all that bullshit, but it's Castlevania. I absolutely love that series.
I'm so disappointed in you.
Alright, well, we're starting to run late, so let's get into the last segment, and that's the games we're playing.
I'm starting to get back into Monster Hunter, grinding out a Himitar set. Fucking love Charge Blade. That weapon is awesome. I like it a lot better than Gunlance now, surprisingly.
Really? I cannot get used to using the Charge Blade at all.
It's surprisingly versatile. Like, I will say this. Gunlance is a lot more defensive. This one will mess you up if you don't know how to do the combos right, but it is just so much fun blowing somebody up with a big-ass axe.
Is that all you've been playing? Have you been playing anything else?
Played a little bit more Hearthstone. Right now, what I've really been doing besides that is just preparing for Taken King Tuesday. That's pretty much what I've been doing.
All right. What about you, Raven?
Yeah, I honestly haven't been doing much gaming this week other than playing. I got back into Minecraft for some reason, and yeah, I started playing a bit of Destiny. The PvP is a lot more diverse now.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Everyone's using totally different guns.
I know.
Absolutely.
I never thought I'd say this, but Monte Carlo is probably like my favorite PvP weapon now.
Don't tell Driz that.
I think Hard Light's still better than Monte Carlo.
I've been killed by Hard Light so many times, and I cannot hate on that because it was a piece of shit weapon. It's still balanced because it does not perform all too well from a distance.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah. See, before the patch, it was you're either being killed by Thorn, Last Word, or Red Death. Now I'm being
or
killed
Hawkmoon.
Well, honestly, I never really saw a lot of Hawk Moons.
I've been killed by and Last Words. Hawk Moons, it was mainly because I couldn't land my shots. Last Word, because I was at close range, and that's kind of how it should be.
Yeah. Now I'm getting killed with basically everything. I think the only thing I haven't been killed with is a fusion rifle. No, actually, scratch that. I have been killed by Pocket Infinity. A lot of people are using Pocket Infinity now. Yeah, other than scout rifles, other than Mida, I don't think I've seen anything that isn't being used, except for hand cannons.
Funny enough, Thorns now tickles, man. They do not do much damage as they did before.
Thorn
you can still kill someone with 3 shots.
Yeah,
Really?
Thorn is still a 3-shot body shot kill. They just made it's essentially like how Thunderlord is. It doesn't matter if you hit him in the head or in the body. It's going to use the same amount of shots either way.
It matters how far away they are. If they're far away, you're not doing dick.
But
Yeah,
the dot
that's
isn't affected by damage drop off. But I mean, I still see a few Thorns. I have not seen a Last Word at all since this patch. Last Word is
if you see a Last Word, do not get close to them because I've been killed by a few people using it, but it was only because I was at close range, and that's kind of how it should be.
Yeah, I mean that's how it is. I just mean I haven't seen anybody using hand cannons except for a couple of holdouts. It's a good time to PvP.
Yeah, I've been playing Rocket League because if you're not playing Rocket League, something's not right with you. Metal Gear, I play because Metal Gear is good. It's a fun game. Right now, I'm kind of frustrated with Metal Gear because I'm at a point where I keep getting caught by the security. I'm trying to sneak through there and not get caught. So I gotta get back into the mood to play that level and get through it. It's just frustrating me, so I stopped for a little bit. But lately, I've been thinking about Bloodborne. I've been wanting to play Bloodborne. Like every couple minutes, something in my head says you should put Bloodborne in. You should put Bloodborne in. You should put Bloodborne in.
It's been something in my head hasn't told me to do. Put Minecraft down, don't play Destiny, and just grab that Bloodborne disc, put it in your system, and play it. But I almost kept going against it, even though I do love that game so much. But maybe this weekend I'll probably put in a few hours.
I know you guys' feeling it's not with Bloodborne, but right now, ever since I saw that announcement trailer for Pokemon Go, I've been wanting to play my DS a lot.
Man, Pokemon suck.
Ooh, don't say that, man.
Pokemon are so fucking stupid.
Man, I'm sorry. Like, there are a few game series that I'll say that I will buy from until I die, but that is one of the 3. It was my first game, and it's been my favorite ever since.
Yeah, I'm like that. Final Fantasy was my first game, so...
Yeah.
I think these days you should just take the time to pick up a Pokemon game if not at least play a ROM of it?
I would say play a ROM, but with how much don't play the original.
I have
That
played
did
the
not.
original.
I was
When
about
I
to
had
say.
when I had a Game Boy, Pokemon Red and Blue, they both sucked.
Quite honestly, I will say this: the originals were the worst of the series.
It's just I was older when Pokemon came out, so I would never watch. I didn't watch the TV show. I didn't watch it. I had a Game Boy, and my
Yeah.
little brother had the Pokemon game. I said, "Well, I'll try it." And I was like, "Oh, this is just a garbage Final Fantasy game."
Oh.
Yeah, it is a pretty bare bones JRPG, but I mean, that's not the point of the thing. It's the collection aspect. But then again, I mean, people like different things. I can't say if you're wrong if you don't like it, even though I do think that you have no heart or no soul. But nah. Oh well, I mean,
Yeah,
people like
different
that.
strokes for different folks.
Yeah, that's the main reason. I don't like Minecraft. I'll be fucking honest. I
You
can't
know
see
what?
the point of that game.
I'm not a big fan of Minecraft either. I have it.
Oh.
They asked me to play it. It's like, do I really want to play Minecraft? No, I don't really want to play Minecraft.
It's alright. I love my.
I can't play it. I couldn't play Animal Crossing because I thought that was boring.
Animal Crossing is hot garbage.
Yeah, I couldn't play. I can't play Resident Evil. Like,
Oh, really?
I don't like zombie games. Like, the last zombie game I had fun with was the first Dead Rising.
You should probably get a Dying Light, because that was a pretty good zombie game.
Dying Light is a great game.
Does Dying Light have a clown falling on chainsaws and dying while laughing uncontrollably? Because that's the one thing I remember from Dead Rising, and that sold me. One of the bosses is a psychopath. Is a chainsaw-wielding clown on a roller coaster, so you kill him, and his death scene is he falls on his chainsaws while laughing. So you get his chainsaws.
Look, there's a good description of Dying Light. Dying Light is a first-person Assassin's Creed with zombies.
Don't like zombies, and bored of Assassin's Creed.
It plays so much better than Assassin's Creed. It's like a better version of Mirror Edge with zombies.
It's okay. I never played Mirror's Edge, so we'll go ahead. I'll go with that. But it only resembles Assassin's Creed mainly because of the parkour element and how easy it is to do.
I honestly, I don't even think I'll ever really try it just because zombies can go burn in a fire. I'm done with them. I really am.
Yeah, that's a good note to finish on.
Zombies, go die! Bring back World War II shooters.
Alright, well,
pretty much zombies.
Thanks everyone for watching, and catch us again next week. See you then.